It's been a little over a year since Josh Duhamel announced his split from ex-wife Fergie, and it looks like the actor is ready for more love and more kids. Ooh. However, not everyone agrees with the way he wants to go about it. So Duhamel, who is 45 years old, told Dax Shepard on his Armchair Expert podcast, quote, "It's more about finding someone young enough to have kids. It's not as if I'm out there trying to blank anything. That's not who I am. I'm trying to find a girl that I can be with and have a family with." Now, while many on social media applauded his honesty, others kind of took offense to it, this implication that only younger women can easily have children. For me personally, when I heard this, especially the topic of having children, am very upfront about that because that's a serious life goal for many people. So when I go out on dates, I'm very upfront about whether or not I want to have kids, which in this time, no. And I also talk about, in my past with, obviously, my ex who wanted to have kids, I talk about age because that is a serious realization. That's something that you have to think about for people you care about. So I appreciate this. I don't see shade in what he's saying because I think that he's being responsible about his expectations. And I think the key to managing a good relationship is managing expectations. I hope you're as energetic as I am to have a family. So if you want somebody of that age, we are not saying that anybody older than, say, 45 can't have children, but that's okay that you want somebody in a certain range to manage that expectation.
But we're assuming that he's saying like 20. He didn't say that.
Yeah.
That's 45.
He didn't say young. He said young
enough to have children.
Correct.
So 40-year-old women are having children. 45-year-old women.
50-year-old.
And with technology today, you can have a child. I mean, if you really want one and you meet somebody that you fall in love with, but I think that everybody assumed that he meant he wants a hot 20-year-old.
Yes.
And he just told y'all, he said, I'm not out to bang everything. I just want a family. And I think that that's admirable.
Yes.
And I don't think that we should assume that he means 20 years old because he didn't say an age.
I think the reason why people may have assumed that he was thinking about 20-year-olds was because the last girlfriend or the last person he was dating was, 28. So she obviously was in her 20s. But the reality is once you turn 30, your fertility rate decreases. Once you turn 35, it decreases significantly. And once you turn 40, they say your fertility is half the rate it was before you were 30.
Damn.
But like Lonnie said, yes, it's very true. There are women in their 40s and some in their 50s having children, but with the help of science. But also sometimes that science doesn't necessarily always work. Also, with younger women, that doesn't guarantee you that she's going to have kids either. There are younger women who are having, problems as well. But I do like the fact that he is honest and he is upfront about what he wants, because there are guys out there who are willing to sleep with anything and everything, and then once they fall in love with them, they're like, oh, nah, fam, like Adrian says, I don't want to be with you. So I appreciate his honesty.